So I wanted to do a little follow-up video on multiflora rose, and I told you how invasive it was and how you needed to eradicate it when you could and where you could, and if you didn't, how out of control it could get. So I want to show you some examples of how bad it can get and how we're cleaning it up. So here's an example of an area that I haven't cleaned up yet and how bad it can get. As you see, this thing is a good 2 feet over my head, so close to 8 foot tall in areas, and it's just an impenetrable wall of vines inside. If you get inside there and look. So another good example here of what it looks like inside one of these multiflora rose patches. When I say it's impenetrable and uninhabitable by most animals, you'll see what I mean here. I mean, nothing is going through that. Even rabbits that could go through there, there's no food in there for them, so they're not going to want to stay long if they do go in and through. Stick a hand in there. Thorns, brush, I mean, just nasty stuff to get through. So I am clearing it out of this area. See how high that goes, top to bottom. And see, I've already cleared this patch here. So it occupied that whole area there. And as you see, it goes down and up a lot of this side. So this here was an area of multiflora rose that was about 10 foot tall. I used the tractor and a bucket and the bush hog, and as you'll see, we've cleaned out quite a bit. Everywhere you'll see that's brown, and that was just a tangle of vines. Nothing could walk through here. Nothing could get through, nothing could pass. I mean, this area can be better used once it's clear. It'll actually probably start holding some deer in this area, as they'll find little pockets in here to bed in. Away in the area back in here where they can now get in and out pretty easily. To get in there, that would be a good spot. Put a log in there for them. Down in here a little bit, get that a little bit cleaner, and that will be a good spot. You can see how much area this stuff had taken over. It was really beyond ridiculous. I made a path down through that side as well. And the reason for clearing out this side is right here. All these blackberries, and we are picking them again today. It'll be the third time we've picked in the last 10 days. They are just coming in left and right. But this little area can now be used. Deer can bed in here if they choose. If not, we will clear out some more and make this a food plot area. And it just goes on and on down through there. This whole section here is a food plot, or will be for fall. It's had one spray. Gonna spray it again. You see all the old turnips in here that are just rotting and going back into the ground. So this spot right here used to be a good deer crossing from the soybean field out here, which you can probably see a little piece of out there. And they used to cross right here, but that multiflora rose got so bad that they quit using it. So open this back up. Used to be a good licking branch and a scrape right here. Hopefully they'll I'll trim that up and they'll get back to doing that in this spot. But that's just an example to show you how bad it can get, how much work it can be to clean up. And if it starts popping back up in those areas in the spring, we'll come through and spray that with glyphosate and kill it off. And then let some native vegetation start coming up in there, something that can be used either for food or bedding. Gordon Nichols, Whitetail Habitat by Design. If you need some help identifying these types of things on your property or setting your property up with food plots, stands, access, any number of habitat things, give us a call.